Computer Science for Kids. Part 10. Thinking like a computer. A computer is a machine that works with information. This information can be words, numbers, pictures, sounds, or movies. Computers can follow instructions to complete a task, but sometimes we need to break down tasks to make it easier for a computer to understand what we need it to do. Today, we will think like a computer by looking at decomposition. Decomposition is when we break down large tasks or problems into smaller parts, making them easier to understand. This helps us to find answers to problems or solutions quickly. This is also how a computer thinks. Computer programmers must think like a computer in order to break down tasks into smaller parts so that they are easier to follow and hard to mess up. For example, let's say you have a robot. Its job is to clean up your room. You give the robot instructions. Pick up clothes and put them into the hamper. Since this task is not broken down, the robot does not follow the instructions the way you want it to. Instead, the robot takes all the clothes in your room, including the ones you have in your closet and drawers, and puts them into your hamper. The robot was not wrong. It followed the instructions you gave. The problem is that your instructions were not broken down into smaller parts that the robot could understand. Let's try it again. Open the hamper. Pick up dirty clothes from the floor. Put dirty clothes into the hamper. Close the hamper. Success! Since the instructions were broken down into smaller parts, the robot can complete the task without making a mistake. Did you know that you can think like a computer every day? We can use decomposition to make daily tasks easier to complete. For example, brushing your teeth. You can break this daily task into smaller chunks to make it easier for you or someone else to understand. There, that looks a lot easier to understand. Here's another example. Let's say you have a really big project, but you don't know where to start. Breaking down the project into smaller chunks will make it easier to understand and harder to mess up. Okay, let's review what we have learned. Decomposition is when we break down large tasks into smaller parts to make them easier to understand. Computers need tasks broken down so that they are easier to understand and harder to mess up. Computer programmers must think like a computer in order to give instructions that are easy to follow. We can use decomposition every day to make tasks easier to complete. Great! Now you know how to think like a computer. You are ready to be a junior programmer. Be sure to check out my other learning series on this channel. If you like this video, then check out Ms. Dorismond's Virtual Corner for even more. If you are a teacher, you can follow Ms. Dorismond's Virtual Corner on Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, and TPT. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this one. Thanks for watching!